Hey everyone, welcome to a War triple header. I have been slacking with the War videos, so you get War 7, 8, and 9 all in this one. There are 17 fights in this video. So this first one is War 7 against C.Av. I got Fury, Chavez, and Doom. All three of them are going to get some actions, so let's jump right in. You can see this is before I ascended Doom. I'm on path 7 here, and I will be using Doom against this Mordo. Yeah, I mean, Doom versus Mordo is not really too terrible because you can just slap him and you can get rid of his power gain. You don't have to really worry about parrying him because, with Mordo, obviously, if you parry him, as I decide to take a combo just to show you everyone how tanky Doom is. But yeah, I mean, if you parry Mordo, he can then evade, so you don't really want to do that. You want to bait heavies and specials, and Doom's just really, really good for that. So you can see that one special 3 did a whole bunch of damage. Doom cycle up to a special 2. The one thing with Mordo is you have to be very quick hitting the special 2 or the special 1 if you're an R, if you're going for it, because Mordo can block unblockable specials if he's holding block for long enough, but Doom don't care. So next fight is going to be this Nimrod. I'll again be using Doom. I love fighting Nimrods because Nimrod is just like free willpower healing so many times, as long as you don't fight him with a mutant, basically. But with Nimrod, while using Doom, you can't just go straight Doom cycle because of the special lock. So you got to be a little bit wary of that. You can't just, make sure you're throwing the special 3 when he's high on power, because you won't be able to throw your special 1, and then he can throw his special 3 in retaliation. So you just got to kind of be a little bit mindful of all of that. But here, I'm just waiting, special 3, waiting for the cowardice to fall off so I can do full damage on it, throw the special 3. You can see I think I started the fight at mid to high 80s in the percent of health. I'm now at 94 when I throw this special 3. But you can see he had like just above 1 bar of power. So I'm going to use the striker here to my advantage to kind of keep the momentum going. I'm going to bait out this special 2, and I'm going to be furiously tapping the special 2 button, but I'm not going to get it off in time because of the unstoppable and all of that. But Doom don't care, and Doom's got a full yellow bar. So on to section 2. We are on path 8 here in section 2. I'll be using Fury to fight this Quicksilver. This fight is just a Quicksilver fight. He doesn't really benefit from the node. So with Nick Fury against Quicksilver, he starts with his 6 tack charges, so he turns off the evade immediately. And I've said it before, but I really like the Valkyrie relic on Nick Fury, because if you hit the block, you get a Fury effect, and that helps pause the tack charges. So really good for Fury in a way to kind of help manage the tack charges and keep them up just a little bit longer. Especially in a fight like this where you really want to, you want to stay above 5 because you want to be able to turn off Quicksilver's evade. So now I'm just kind of, parry, heavy, get rid of the whiplash. I'm going to, light ending combo here into the special 1 to make sure I'm keeping my attack charges up. But, once you kind of get into the rhythm, once you kind of get to 9, 10, 11 attack charges, really not much else other than don't get hit. I just try to block Quicksilver specials because there's just so many hits to them and there's just a lot going on there, so I don't want to deal with that. But yeah, I mean, just trying to bleed him out, parry. Gonna throw the striker here to keep momentum going and get a 2 combo in here with the 2 light ending bleeds. Throw the special 1 just to make sure the bleed has enough time to finish him off, and it does. So next fight here is going to be this Sersi. So I've taken the Sersi with Chavez before. You can see I have Chavez on the team, but I'm going to use Doom. So this is Rich Gets Richer, and basically what I don't want her to do is that. I don't want her to do that. I don't want her to throw her heavy immediately, because then she gets her glancing, and her glancing turns everything off. It turns off Doom's aura, turns off the power seal, turns it all off. So now I need to wait it out. And then I just whiff. on the special one, so I don't get the power steal. I do get the nullifies, but, you know, not as great. But at this point now, I should have heavied there to put the stagger on. But instead, I decided, you know, what's more fun is if I just let her get her glancing again. So not smart. And now I'm just kind of sitting here in the corner, just waiting for the glancing to go away. So it finally goes away. I throw my special 3. I have some cooldown time before the glancing comes back. This special 3 should do a bunch of damage. So I'm not really too concerned here, even though I lost my invulnerability boost. But at this point, I can kind of just straight up Doom Cycle. And with this Doom Cycle, I missed the special 2, I think. But it works out because then I just throw the special 3, so I get the double Fury. I can't remember if I wanted to hit the striker there or hit the special 2, but I throw the special 3, does a bunch of damage. You can see, you know, Sersi is moving down pretty quickly, but now I activated glancing again, so that's fun. But here I'm just basically keeping her stun locked, and Mystic Dispersion shoots me all the way up to a special 3. So even though she's glancing, just the raw damage of this special 3 with her minimal health left is going to be enough. If that didn't KO, she would not have been passively stunned after that, and she may have thrown her special 3. Would have maybe got a little interesting, but Doom don't care. So next fight is going to be this Korg. This Korg has been a pretty consistent placement here. It's personal space regen, so his regen can be pretty annoying, but Doom don't care. So I do have a White Magneto pre-fight, which does make this fight easier. It's not necessary, but it certainly makes it easier. Without this, you just got to bait some more heavies. With the start of the fight, you're not really going to do much damage because he's going to be regenning as you're just kind of setting it up. The big thing is you just want to make sure to throw your special 2 and special 3 when you throw them, not into his rock shield. This is a 7-star Korg, so even though it's a little beefier, it does have the downside for the defender of not having as high of a shrug chance. So you can maybe get away with throwing your special 2 and having the Incinerate stick if you have to into the rock shield. But, you know, I'm going to try not to. Here I'm going to try to get back up to a special 3, but I'm going to just miss out on throwing the special 3 to get the double. You know, that's okay. It extends the fight a little bit, but, you know, Doom is still very much in control of this fight. It's not a particularly fast fight. I mean, Doom against Korg, Doom like never crits against Korg. So it does take a little bit of time to actually, you know, get things going. But you can see here the damage is pretty consistent. I'm throwing the special 2 because I'm just trying to beat the rock shield. You can see that, you know, 2 of the 3 Incinerates do stick. So it does some pretty good Incinerate damage. I'm just trying to get back up here to another special. I'm going to throw this special 2 here while the aura is still up. And all 3 of these Incinerates are going to do enough to get rid of this Korg. So Doom, really, really good for that. Next fight is going to once again be this Adam Warlock on the old Node 54, so the special 2, bias and all that, and an unblockable special 2. So this is Chavez, still at rank 2, so I have not rank 3'd her as of yet when I did this war. But, you know, same thing with this fight, you know, keep the negative zones up, try to bait out special 1s. I was asked, you know, why don't, you know, Adam Warlock special 2 is pretty easy to dodge, which it is. It's not, you know, terribly difficult to get away from Adam's special 2, you know, so, you know, what's the big deal? And the answer to that is safety. You know, the special 3 with an invulnerability boost does no damage. So, you know, if you can push the special 3, you got nothing to worry about. You know, it's totally okay. Yes, the special 2 is easy to dodge, and if he does throw the special 2, you know, I am comfortable with my ability to get out of the way. But if I don't, it's absolutely devastating, and it's gonna kill me. So I don't want to deal with that if I don't have to. But here, I set up for a decently hard-hitting special 2. Gets him down to his stasis pod. So now, he's got the special 2 ready here. I do have an invulnerability boost, so I'm not too worried about it. But here I'm going to 2-hit into the striker, which would have then set up for me to get another special 2 off, but it does enough by itself. So 6 fights in that one, able to get through all of them clean. On to the next one. Fury and Doom are back, and we got Hulkling in this one. He's going to be making his season debut right now. So I'm on path 4 in both sections here. Hulkling is going to be used for the Shocker. So this is the node where it's running on fumes, so it decreases crit chance. Hulkling's at a relatively low crit rate anyway, so I don't really care about that. He's more of, raw damage with the Fury and everything. So Shocker's a pretty annoying defender because he decreases stun durations. He does, this is a max sig Shocker, so he can throw basically back-to-back special 1s. There I should have punished the heavy. Here I thought he was going to go for it again. He threw the special 1 instead, so that's fun. But it did a decent amount of damage, but Hulkling, he's okay. So I set it up where I'm now unblockable. I throw the special 2. That does like a whole bunch of damage. He throws his special 1, and Hulkling just finishes it off from there. So ate the special 1 because I misread what Shocker was doing, but that's all right. Next fight's going to be the Pig. Long distance relationship and insult to injury. So the big thing with this one is I'm basically just going to make it a parry heavy fight. The first parry heavy is really the one that you got to worry about because that's where you have a debuff on you. There's a chance for it to fail. After that, the fight is pretty much over. You can see every time I knock him down, I'm getting passive furies on me. I'm throwing my special 1 immediately just to make sure to get rid of it. And also, they're paused because of the passive furies. You can see the internal bleeds doing a whole bunch of work. This is once you get past that first parry, Fury just nukes. So that's it for section 1. Section 2 here will be once again Fury against Spot. So this is node 22. So this is when they throw a special. You get an armor. I get an armor break and a heal block on me. But again, with Fury, the way that he interacts with this node is every time you knock him down, he goes unblockable. So I'm again just trying to make this a parry heavy fight and have the internal bleed do a whole bunch of work. So with Spot, Fury can hit him when he's untouchable if I have enough tack charges, but I will get a whole bunch of ruptures on me. And if I get too many ruptures on me, then he would then go unblockable. So here, what I should have done is bait the special 2 and have him throw the special 2. What I did was, whatever. He's not going to KO me with this special 3 because I have LMD, and he's not going to do enough to even break LMD. So this is fine, we'll just do it. But now I'm in the corner. He's untouchable, and now he's unblockable. I throw the special 1 just to throw it and kind of stall out some time. That wasn't really the best ending to a fight, but Fury did enough to make it not matter. So next fight is going to be Doom, and you can see Doom is now ascended. This is Doom versus Knull. I've done this fight, no less than 1 billion times, and I start off really well by getting hit, so that's okay. I get hit more times, and it's okay because Doom just doesn't care. So this is basically a fight of once I get to special 3, the fight is over. So here, I got a little behind on the power control, and but I'm really proud because I think this is like the first time I've ever fought Knull, and I was able to actually dodge his special 2. Then I get a nice intercept there, and now the fight's over. So I got to the special 3, I'm in the Doom cycle, and Knull's done. I know that fight says he has 71% health left, but this fight is over because I just do normal Doom cycle. And there's not really much else to say. I mean, even if this is a fight with max inequity and all that stuff, and it just doesn't matter because Doom just he throws his specials, and you can see there the Incinerate's going to be enough and game over. Doom just he's too good. So next fight is going to be against an Ascended Nova. So one shout out to Harry 40 for also having an Ascended Nova. This is on that same node that I just fought Adam Warlock on. So Doom is, in my opinion, the best Nova counter because he controls his power and his buffs the best. I did not do a good job of realizing where Nova was in his Nova charges, but that's okay. This is another fight where it's basically just kind of get the special 3 and the fight's kind of over. So I get to the special 3. I'm going to try to get back up to another special 3 to have the double fury for 2 reasons. One, my specials now, special 1 and special 2 are unblockable, so it feeds Nova's Nova charges. And does significantly decrease damage. So I don't want to throw the special 2 unless I know it's going to be a kill shot. So I get back up to the special 3 with a little bit of help from Mystic Dispersion. Now I have the double fury. So now I'll just do a normal Doom cycle, special 3 into special 1 into special 2. And where he is now, I'm pretty sure it's going to be enough to KO, but we're going to find out. The smarter thing here would have been to, get him to come at me, reparry, striker into special 3, and then he's definitely dead. You can see there that the special 2 did not do enough because it was unblockable, but, Doom able to handle that fight, and, Doom still don't care. But that does it for that war. That was 5 fights. Now on to the last war this is War 9 against Pycb, Photon, Chavez, and Doom. So again, we're going to see Sersi, and again, we have Chavez sitting right there, and we're just going to use Doom, because Doom is just going to do Doom things. So we are, again, on path 8 here in section 1. This is what I was supposed to do the last one. You parry heavy, you start off with getting rid of the glancing. And once you get rid of Sersi's glancing, she's really not that bad. And you just got to make sure that you're throwing the heavy and having a stagger up for when the glancing is supposed to come back. And as long as you do that, Doom is an unbelievable Sersi counter, because he just gets rid of all of her buffs, and he just, controls her power, and he just does... He does cool Doom things, because that's what Doom does. He's Doom. So, here I am able to... So I thought that I still had a stagger up there. So I do mess up the fight a little bit. And I did actually get hit there by the last hit of that special 2. But at this point, I'm just waiting for the glancing to go away. It goes away. I throw the special 3. She's dead. So a little bit of mismanagement there at the end, because I thought I still had a stagger up from when I knocked her down before the special 3, but it must have beaten one of the other buffs. So, is what it is. But Doom able to get through that fight pretty well. So that does it for that one. Next fight is going to be Photon against Juggernaut. And so I have Photon for 2 fights in this war. Each of the 3 champs are going to get 2 fights in this war. Photon's fight, she's just cheating sometimes. So I knocked Juggernaut down initially just to put the slow on. With all the debuffs that are going on, I know that I'm disabling his gem, so he's going to have a hard time going unstoppable anyway, but I want to make sure that he does have the slow on him if I can. So that's another reason why I threw the special 1. I probably should have thrown the special 2 given how close I was. I think I was in pure light at that point, but you can see, Photon just absolutely nukes. And now she's set up really well for this Wiccan, this poor Wiccan, who's just going to get absolutely obliterated by Photon here. You can see I start with 19 charges, so, I'm going to get maxed out very quickly here. So you can see already at 25, and yeah, this Wiccan just did not stand a chance. I like I said, I kind of feel bad for the Wiccan, but not that bad. This was a 17-second fight. Photon just absolutely obliterates. So on to the next one. Next one is going to be Hulkling. So Hulkling is going to try to take revenge for Wiccan, but I'll be using America Chavez against Hulkling. I've done this fight a couple times, so with this particular one, I've done this node a bunch. This is the Rich Gets Richer. So with Chavez, Chavez can turn the Rich Gets Richer off with 2 negative zones. So there it is, 2 negative zones. And now at this point, I just want him to be throwing specials. I don't really particularly care which special it is. And I got to play around the indestructible. I just want to make sure if I throw my special 2, not to have his indestructible on. So here I, one hit into the special 2. So the last hit, or maybe the last 2 hits, got eaten there by the indestructible, but that's okay. Yeah, I mean, you can see that did a bunch of damage, So Chavez, she does more damage the more buffs there are. There's currently a whole bunch of buffs. So yeah, I'm just, trying to make sure to keep enough negative zones on, and thankfully his Hulkling is very loose with his specials, and Chavez, she just nuked it, just really, really strong option for that fight. But on to the next one. So that was an Ascended Hulkling. This is an Ascended Korg. So this will be Doom again versus Korg. Same fight that I had earlier, except the difference here is this is a 6-star Max Sig Ascended one. So this is actually, even though he doesn't have the block penetration, because of the Shrug ability, does make it a little bit more difficult technically, because I have to be a little bit smarter with my special 2. But at the end of the day, it's the same fight pretty much. Once again, I do have White Magneto pre-fight, which again makes the fight significantly easier, but it's not necessary to have. So, it's another fight where get the special 3, make sure to throw it when the shield is down, and yeah, if you can throw a special 2 while the shield's also down, then he can just kind of melt away. Yeah, I mean, I there's not really much else to say about Doom. Actually, one thing I'll say here is with Doom and Mystic Dispersion, Strikers really, really help Doom with Mystic Dispersion, because one of the downsides of running Mystic Dispersion with Doom is it can really throw off your cycle. But if you have a striker, you can see there, even if I, get too much power, and now I'm at a special 2 and he's at a special 3, so I can't control his power, I can throw the striker and I can steal his power to get back up to a special 3, and then kind of do the cycle all over again. So you can see here I have the special 2. He has 7 rock stacks, so I throw the special 2 here because the first 2 hits don't put incinerates on. So I knew those 3 incinerates would all stick, and they burn the rest of Korg. So Doom, really, really strong option for that. So last fight here is going to be Chavez against this Ascended Adam Warlock. So this is on the Conflictor node. So this guy did end up placing with the Recoil Masteries. The bleed gets eaten immediately, but with the Recoil Masteries, I'm just hoping he throws his specials. So this also has Combat Deja Vu. So with Chavez, I'm trying to do medium, light, heavy. Just do that, throw some specials, and yeah, I mean, so here I'm going to do medium, 1 hit of the heavy into the special 2. One of these days I'm going to do a special 2 that's going to actually KO an Adam Warlock, but looks like today is not that day. So here I, throw the medium into heavy into the special, and yeah, that's enough for Chavez to once again take out Adam Warlock. So 17 fights across these 3 wars gets me to 47 on the season. Still the 1 death, but now a streak of 32. In terms of the wars, in terms of all 3 of these wars, we were able to win all 3. So really, really big 3-war win streak there for us to go on. We were 2-4 to finish out the first half, but we start the second half with a nice 3-war win. So now we're at 5-4. We moved up from 35th place up to 15th place. So we are back in Masters. Hopefully we can stay there as we enter the last week of the season. But, this was a lengthy video. Like I said, I've been slacking on war videos. But thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see everyone soon.